Saddam Hussein, the rise and fall of Iraq's Iron Man. Assalamu alaikum. Friends, today we'll learn about a ruler who once held absolute power over Iraq, a man whose name once shook the entire Middle East. He is none other than Saddam Hussein, a leader admired by some for his nationalism and strength, yet remembered by history as one of the most feared dictators of modern times. Let's explore the fascinating story of his rise and fall, from humble beginnings to a dramatic end. Early life and childhood. Saddam Hussein was born on April 28, 1937, in a small village near Tikrit, northern Iraq. He grew up in a poor farming family. His father died before his birth, and his mother raised him through great hardship. From childhood, Saddam showed a strong will to lead and a fiery temper. As a teenager, he moved to Baghdad to study, where his interest in politics began to grow. He soon joined the Biography party, a political group that promoted Arab nationalism and socialism. Entry into politics. In the late 1950s, Iraq was in political turmoil. After the fall of the monarchy, Saddam moved closer to the center of power through the Biography party. In 1959, he took part in an assassination attempt on then-President Abdul Karim Qasim. The plan failed, Saddam was wounded, and he fled to Syria, later taking refuge in Egypt. While in Egypt, he studied law and continued to build political connections. Rise to power. In 1968, the Biography party successfully carried out a military coup in Iraq. Although Ahmed Hassan al-Bakr became president, the real power was in Saddam Hussein's hands. He controlled the security forces, eliminated his rivals one by one, and by 1979, he officially became president of Iraq. Once in power, Saddam took full control of Iraq's oil resources, which led to rapid economic growth. Baghdad began to transform into a modern city, with new schools, hospitals, and highways. The Iran-Iraq War. In 1980, Saddam Hussein launched a war against neighboring Iran. The Iran-Iraq War lasted 8 long years, 1980 to 1988, claiming the lives of millions and devastating both countries. Saddam believed the new revolutionary Iran was weak, but the war turned out to be long, bloody, and extremely costly. By the end, Iraq was deeply in debt, especially to its neighbors like Kuwait. Invasion of Kuwait and the Gulf War. In 1990, Saddam made a bold move. He invaded Kuwait. He claimed Kuwait was overproducing oil, hurting Iraq's economy. Within days, Kuwait was under Iraqi control. This angered the United States and the Western world. In 1991, the Gulf War began, led by a US-backed international coalition. Iraq suffered a crushing defeat, and Saddam was forced to withdraw his troops from Kuwait. After the war, the United Nations imposed severe economic sanctions on Iraq, causing immense suffering among ordinary Iraqis. Dictatorship and repression. To maintain control, Saddam ruled Iraq with iron-fisted authority. Anyone who opposed him was executed, imprisoned, or disappeared. He built a network of secret police, grand palaces, and filled Iraq with his statues and portraits. In 1988, Saddam ordered the use of chemical weapons against the Kurdish population in northern Iraq, an atrocity known as the Halabja massacre. This event brought international condemnation and tarnished his reputation forever. The Second Gulf War and his downfall. In 2003, the United States accused Iraq of possessing weapons of mass destruction, WMDs, an allegation later proven false. Using this as justification, the US invaded Iraq. Within weeks, Baghdad fell and Saddam went into hiding. After months on the run, in December 2003, US forces captured Saddam Hussein hiding in an underground bunker near Tikrit. Trial and execution. Following a lengthy trial, Saddam Hussein was found guilty of crimes against humanity. He was sentenced to death by hanging, and the execution was carried out on December 30, 2006, in Baghdad. Even after his death, Iraq remained unstable and torn by violence and civil conflict. Legacy. Saddam Hussein's life was a story of extreme contrasts. A man who rose from poverty to power, built Iraq into a strong nation, but destroyed it through war, fear, and tyranny. He may have dreamed of making his nation powerful, But his ambition and brutality ultimately led to his downfall and the suffering of his own people. Friends, that was the story of Saddam Hussein, a man both admired and feared. If you liked this video, please subscribe to the channel and comment below who you'd like to learn about next. That's all for today. Stay safe and Allah Hafiz.